The final race for the SCSRA ARCA Series is here. Matt Baines currently leads the way, but a lot could happen in the final race. We're going to crown a champion when we come back tonight on Royalty Racing Network. And happy race day, everyone. One of my favorite races of every season is championship night, and this is no different. I'm Joshua King, happy to be with you one final time this season. There are two drivers that have a legit shot to win the championship here tonight, with another needing to play all of his cards right and hope for a little luck. Sounds familiar to my experiences in Vegas. We're in Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, for the finale of the SCSRA ARCA Series this season. And the man that won the Rookie of the Year, it was over after last week officially, and that, of course, is the number 72 of Matt Baines. He had a really close battle the majority of the season with Holden Wheeler. Holden, these last couple weeks, deciding to take his ball and go home for one reason or another, has not shown up in a remarkable season for him. Basically gives away the title for Rookie of the Year and the opportunity for the title for the season championship. But nevertheless, Matt Baines out here each and every week, giving it everything he's got, and well-deserved Rookie of the Year title for that number 72 Combos Toyota Camry. AJ Evangelista is back with us tonight in the Love's Truck Stop Arby's Chevy Camaro number 5, and he'll be looking to move up. We're going to take a look at points here in just a second. Ryan Hufford in the 83, late addition to the grid this evening, just got in here with just over 5 minutes to go. He's putting in his first laps of the practice session, so he'll look to figure some things out. 3 guys have joined in to the session as well that have not put in a lap time yet. Longtime admin and overall boss of the SCSRA here, Devin Butchino in the 68. The 47 of Zach Stevens, used to see him every single Tuesday night. Haven't seen him out in a very long time. And Nick Walthorn in the 54, just making his way out, it would appear, or about to, in that Podium Series Chevy Camaro number 54. Let's bring up our points here as they stand tonight. Matt Baines, a narrow lead over the 92 of Vince Brent, 12 points the difference, and Vince could pull off the upset if all 9 cars start. That would mean basically everyone would get stage points, but if Vince really puts it together and maybe gains a couple in the stage, and then, you know, if Matt Baynes has kind of a rough evening, not wishing for that or hoping for that by any means, I wouldn't do that to anyone. But if that does happen, Vince Brent could be our champion at the end of the night. Matt Persini just joined in as we take a look at Nick Walthorn behind your graphic there, making his way out onto the track. Ryan Hufford, an outside chance, and the reason I say that is because I just don't think we're going to have enough cars on the grid for that to happen. He would have to, we'd have to first of all get at least one more, and Ryan would have to not only win the stage with the two others, Vince and Matt, of course, finishing outside of stage points, but also Ryan would have to win the race and still have those guys finish basically the two dead last spots on the grid. So could happen. Over 3 minutes to go. We've had a lot of late joins this evening here. A lot of part-timers or guys that run mainly on Wednesdays coming out tonight to help the car count in a series that, for whatever reason, well, there's a lot of reasons, but in the second half of this ARCA series this season has really struggled to get the turnout. Welcome in Tristan. Tristan, you gonna race tonight, buddy? We could use you. Alicia, welcome in. I was about to ask you, Alicia, where Nick Walthorn was, and I see that he is joined now and on the track there, put in a couple laps as Ryan Hufford sideways. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence also going for a ride, little helicopter through the pits. Oh, looked like he was going to save it. That would have been pretty cool to see out of McKinleyville, California. Vince Brent here in the 92, your second place points position as of right now in the Juice Monster Chevy Camaro. He is first in the practice session out of 7 guys to run a lap. So he's looking good so far. However, Matt Baynes is second quick in the practice session. Matt Persini, ooh, that's a good looking car. I haven't seen him all season long in the Dynamite, Creative Company Chevy Camaro. Hard to read those bottom letters, but very, very nice looking paint. Like the bright yellow and the blue. Vince drives by Braille, Tristan said. Tristan, where are you, man? Come out and join us. Yeah, that's what it says. Dynamite Creative Company for the 96 of Matt Persini, the only Canadian in the field so far this evening. Anthony Strickland just joined in. Josh Hall joining as well. So that does make it possible for Ryan Hufford to win the championship. Let's pull that up one more time now and take a look at what I'm talking about. Ryan Hufford, 28 points behind Vince and Matt. So he is hoping no ill will against Matt or Vince. I'm sure he doesn't dislike them anyway, but for his playoff or championship hopes anyway, he's hoping that they finish the stage outside the top 10 and he can win the stage, and then he's hoping that they can finish bottom 2 spots in the race by the end of the evening, and he can win the race as well, and he could come up and steal that championship from him. I think the same thing technically would be possible for Nick Walthorn, but judging that we are closing in here on practice time, I just don't think it's possible points-wise, as now the checkered flag waves on practice. See if all these guys make a qualifying lap, since some of them did not make a practice lap. Matt Baines getting ready to go. Josh Hall also. Anthony Strickland. A couple guys that we saw didn't get in a practice time, so their 2 laps of qualifying will be their only practice laps. Ooh, that's not good, Tristan. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Get healthy and ready to go by next season. Here's the Quaker State number 21 Chevy Camaro of Anthony Strickland out there on track. If you're new to the broadcast, you can follow along with their qualifying times right above the Glade Spring Company logo in the bottom right corner of your screen. Strickland goes on the clock. Lauren Vincent, we haven't seen him just yet, and he's got a new sponsor on the 07, the Chase Corbett 3D Printing Services 07 Chevy Camaro. Lauren Vincent out there qualifying. Lauren was happy to have Chase along for the ride, if you will. Cheeseburger Lawrence, first one to put in a time, and it's going to be 31:08. Lauren Vincent, nice lap one, 29:852. First quick out of 4 qualifiers. Strickland went third quick. Devin Butchino just put in his first lap in that Fry Disposal number 68 Ford Mustang. 38.78 for Butchino, 6th quick out of 6. AJ Evangelista goes second quick. Vince Brent, quick time, 29.736 for the 92 of Vince Brent on lap 1. First out of 7 qualifiers thus far. Josh Hall went 6th quick. Devin Butchino moves up 1, 33.66. 6th quick for Butchino. Lauren Vincent, he's done. He'll stay 3rd quick, as is Cheeseburger Lawrence and Anthony Strickland. They'll stay where they're at. AJ Evangelista looking to take one more spot. He will improve. Not good enough, though. 29.821 for AJ. He'll stay 2nd quick. Josh Hall improved on lap 2. He'll go 6th quick now from Devin Butchino. Ryan Hufford's out there getting ready to set his first lap time. Dives way down below that white line on the front stretch. And that was actually to take his green flag. Zach Stevens is out there making his way out. He's got the good-looking royalty logo on the side of that car. Love that one. Appreciate that, Zach, with the Royalty Racing Network on the hood. My favorite car of the night. Matt Persini, he went 4th quick on lap 1, 29.865. Nick Walthorn, 5th quick on his first lap as he comes out of turn 4, looking to improve just a bit. He was 5th quick, lap 1. Where's he go after lap 2? He'll stay there and he'll take lap 1. Matt Persini also will take lap 1. Ryan Hufford, 29.959, 8th quick in short practice time for Hufford. He's looking to improve here on lap 2. And he will. 4th quick for Ryan Hufford, 29.853 in the 83. Matt Baines late onto the Speedway for the qualifying time. But he's out there nonetheless. Zach Stevens, 32.06, 10th quick out of 11. Matt Baines on lap 1, 29.744, 2nd quick to Vince Brent. Those are your top 2 in the point standings, folks. Matt Baines going to look to steal the pole away late in the going here in qualifying. Zach Stevens about to cross the stripe for his 2nd lap. Lap 2 for Stevens. 29.747, good lap. 3rd quick for Zach Stevens in that Royalty Racing Network, 47. Let's check in with Matt Baines. He did slightly go slower by 1,000th of a second, nearly the same lap time. Everyone put in a qualifying time. Vince Brent holds on to the pole and gets a precious bonus point that could be the difference here by the end of the night. Just a little bit of time left in qualifying. And as I say that, the checkered flag waves. Folks, if you haven't done so already, please take a second to hit the little thumbs up button below your screen. Goes a long way for us here at Royalty Racing Network and, of course, the SCSRA. Let's bring you tonight's starting grid. Vince Brent claims the pole in the final race of the season. Matt Baines will start second. That's going to be a good one all night long, folks. Zach Stevens will start third. AJ Evangelista will roll off fourth. Lauren Vincent will start in the top five. Ryan Hufford in sixth. Matt Parasini in seventh. Nick Walthorn in eighth. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence in ninth. And Anthony Strickland will start 10th. Josh Hall will start 11th, and rounding out the field will be Devin Butchino in the 68. Starting 12th. 12-car grid tonight. A lot more promising than how it was looking with, honestly, about 10 minutes to go. I was thinking, man, are we going to go green with 5 laps here for 110? Speaking of which, we have not pulled up the race info for tonight, so let's take a look at it. 110 laps is the distance. The stage will be at lap 30, and 1 fast repair. The track is extremely hot right now, 100 degrees, so look for some guys to be fighting a loose race car at times, especially on exit of those corners, and if you get in maybe a little bit too hard, maybe on entry as well. 81 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so I'm sure it will be cooling down. It is clear skies, as you could tell by the sun, and the track length is just over 1.5 miles. They're rolling here at Las Vegas, and Vince Brent, Matt Baines looking to roll anything but 7s and 11s here. It's a craps reference if you're not a gambler or a craps player, I guess. Las Vegas, man, one of my favorite cities in the country. It's a love-hate relationship, however. How's everyone doing out there in chat tonight? You guys pumped? I'm pumped. Championship night. Closing out an interesting season, to say the least, but Brittany, who you booing? Vince Brent in the Juice Monster number 92 will bring us to green for the first time as the iRacing.com pace car pulls off. We'll check in with Barney. And they're away here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Vince Brent does indeed lead the first lap. Zach Stevens is on the inside of Matt Baines, looking for second here early. Lauren Vincent cleared Matt Parasini for the 4th spot, and they're all jumbled up behind him. Zach Stevens still working on that 72 of Matt Baines. Matt Baines, good run off exit at turn number 4. Going to be able to close the door there on the 47 temporarily. You'll see there Baines running a little bit higher middle lane than Stevens and others. Lauren Vincent kisses the wall just a little bit as Matt Parasini pulls to his inside. Now all of a sudden Matt Baines looking for the race lead here on just lap number 3. Smacks the wall just a little bit, and Vince Brent continues to lead. He'll hold on to it. He's led the first 4 laps. Matt Baynes didn't lose a lot of momentum there, it wouldn't appear. Matt Parasini got by Lauren Vincent. Now he's looking to the inside of Zach Stevens in the 47 as they start to single file out just a little bit behind him. Matt Baynes does indeed take the early race lead away from Vince Brent. He'll officially lead a lap tonight. Vince Brent potentially settling in for some tire saving here to give it a good run near the end of the stage. Yeah, Tristan, that'd be cool. I wish we could do that. That'd be a game changer, wouldn't it? Look out, 3 wide. Lauren Vincent's on the inside. Temporarily, they kind of sort it out now. Zach Stevens cleared for 3rd. Now Lauren Vincent on the inside of Matt Parasini. Not quite going to have enough. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence moving on his way up here. He's up 3 spots already, 6 laps in. Currently sitting 6th. Gets a little breathing room from the guys behind him. Nick Walthorn, AJ Evangelista right there. Anthony Strickland as well. They're 3 wide now. Devin Bucciano's up the middle. Bucciano gonna just be able to clear AJ Evangelista and Strickland in the corner entry, and he'll get a nice runoff exit. Strickland not going to hesitate to be right there with him. Of course, he has to lay off the gas just a little bit so he doesn't run into the 68 of Bucciano. Looked like Parasini was taking a glance to the inside of Vince Brent, but didn't ultimately end up happening, and they'll settle back in. Thought Cheeseburger was going to look to the inside of Lauren Vincent. He did not do that. Back here, AJ Evangelista, Anthony Strickland still side by side. Bucciano went right up the middle, and these two have continued to battle it out. Josh Hall, Ryan Hufford back here as well, both settling in with little to no practice laps tonight. Everything slowly but surely getting single file here throughout the grid. Looks like Zach Stevens, he's loose, look out. Parasini was loose as well. That's a heck of a drive for both of those guys to be able to save it on corner exit. That's what I mentioned earlier, folks. Oh, we got trouble here. Cheeseburger Lawrence way off the pace, and everyone somehow able to clear with minimal damage, it would appear. We're just 10 laps into this thing, and I mentioned just before we went green with the track temp that we'd see some guys getting loose off exit of turn 4, and we saw it right there with both Parasini and Zach Stevens. They lost some good momentum there. That turns second place back over to Vince Brent. Matt Baynes stretching that lead just a bit now. Cheeseburger Lawrence down pit road. He's broken severely. So if he did happen to get it down there and take his fast repair, that'll be a win for sure. Nick Walthorn says Nick Walthorn crashed. He might have been a victim of that incident, but he's got it going in the right direction now. Still on the lead lap. Got a lot of time to weather the storm here and stay there. Of course, the way it looks, if he did lose the lap, it wouldn't be devastation time by any means. Get your lucky dog under the stage caution and you're back in business. That happens after the stage, you got a whole other set of problems to worry about. These guys really battling hard. Vince Brent has caught Matt Baynes now on lap 13, coming to 14. Oh yeah, Tristan, definitely. Vince Brent to the inside of the 72 of Matt Baines. Vince has been committed to that inside lane almost all race. Didn't quite have enough here. There's also a certain point here on turn 4. If you try to hold it down to the bottom just a little bit too long, that will also cause you to get really loose. It's a fine line of when you start coming up the racetrack and when you can really stay down there comfortably and save a little extra tire. Zach Stevens now on the outside. He scrapes the wall. Looking to take that momentum from Matt Baines and follow him past the 92 of Vince Brent. Ryan Hufford, Devin Bucciano, the whole field pretty spaced out now due to that incident that happened with Michael Lawrence. He's back on the speedway 3 laps down, so if Nick Walthorn is able to hang on to the lead lap, then Cheeseburger would get at least 1 lap back. These guys doing battle hard here for the 6th spot. Now Ryan Hufford, look at the inside, he gets loose. It snaps on him. That's going to bring our first caution out of the night. Nick Walthorn, unfortunately, it comes at the hands of his teammate, Ryan Hufford, but Nick Walthorn going to be able to stay on the lead lap. Cheeseburger Lawrence going to be able to get a lap back here before the stage. Ryan Hufford all tore up. He's going to have to make sure he's got his fast repair ready to go. Woo! Wild and crazy first 17 of this one. We're going to step aside for a brief commercial break while they get it sorted out. We'll be right back. Interesting move here, folks, that you probably noticed in our picture-in-picture during our commercial break. Matt Baines elected to bring the 72 down pit road. Anthony Strickland, Josh Hall, Ryan Hufford, Nick Walthorn down as well. But Matt Baines was leading this race, leads the points, and he turns over the race lead and potential stage win as of now to the 92 of Vince Brent, who is only 12 points behind him. Now the stage is 1 point per position lower, right? So first gets 10, second gets 9, so on and so forth. So if Matt only manages to pick up 2 or 3 spots here now until the stage, that would right away help out Vince Brent when it comes to the overall finish of the race. He'd only have to finish, I think 5 or 6 positions above Matt Baines. Of course, there's a lot of factors going in. The first couple positions, they drop by 2 points, and then as you go further back, it's 1 point each. So that's a lot of math to go in and figure, well, if this person wins and this person finishes 5th, however, it breaks down. But interesting call. Now, 7th on back, which is Anthony Strickland here in the 21. They all pit. Strickland may have pit solely for fuel, not quite sure. Baynes definitely took tires. Josh Hall for fuel, it would look like. Nick Walthorn, Ryan Hufford down there to fix damage. So Cheeseburger Lawrence gets 1 lap back, but with Nick Walthorn and Ryan Hufford both going a lap down, that would make one of them the lucky dog this next time, assuming it's the stage caution, which will be in 9 laps. So already a lot playing out here very early in the going. 90 laps to go. 89 as we take the green. But nevertheless, the pace car pulls off. Matt Parasini, Vince Brent, the front row. Last guy not to pit was AJ Evangelista in that red and yellow car there. 3rd row back. Vince Brent, really nice jump there out in front of Matt Parasini. Zach Stevens going to look to the inside of the 96 now. These guys didn't take tires now. They're 3 wide behind them. Matt Baynes already looking to the inside of Devin Bucciano. Matt Baynes, a little bit of traffic in front of him. He dives it down below the white line. 3 wide with Zach Stevens and Lauren Vincent. Vincent going to be able to maintain that momentum. Probably get a good runoff exit, but not enough, as Matt Baynes clears already to 3rd. So not a problem thus far maneuvering through traffic for the 72 of Matt Baynes. He's already looking to the inside of the 96 of Matt Parasini. They're very close on entry of turn 1 and 2. Parasini hard into the wall. Doesn't look like it affected him too much. Matt Baynes already looking to the inside of Vince Brent. So apparently the tires call was a good call. Of course, I think they only get 3 sets. So if Matt Baynes wants to take tires on the next one, he may be a set short if this thing was to catch a late caution. All very spread out now with almost 5 laps to go here in the stage. Oh, we have another incident. Anthony Strickland, Cheeseburger Lawrence bring out a caution. Let's go take a look at it here. Caught the tail end of it. There's Strickland in the 21. He gets loose and it snaps on him just like it did Ryan Hufford. Oh, and tough break for Cheeseburger. Just nowhere to go, as Strickland was bouncing off the wall aggressively. So Strickland will have to take a fast repair. Unfortunately, that might be the end of the night for Cheeseburger. In fact, I believe it will be, as he had his own incident earlier on. Ryan Hufford, Nick Walthorn taking a deep sigh of relief right now, as Hufford will get the free pass. Nick Walthorn would be the lap down guy now and ultimately get the lucky dog at the stage. This might be the stage. The whole field is coming in. Not quite sure. It's 4 laps before the stage. Matt Baynes, fuel only, it would appear. Obviously leading off pit road. Here's Ryan Hufford in the 83 getting his lucky dog. So if they're calling that the stage, it doesn't really matter much then to Ryan Hufford and Nick Walthorn. I mean, it does in the sense of one more caution now, and that would get Nick Walthorn back on the lead lap. Looked like Anthony Strickland indeed had to tow, so hopefully he had his fast repair ready to go before he did so, and he'll be able to continue on. Devin Butchino, Josh Hall back down pit road, possibly either to top off or fix damage. It's like both of them very quick pit stops, so topping off on fuel. AJ Evangelista making his way around, Nick Walthorn, and Anthony Strickland on his way back out. Strickland scored 2 laps down, so Nick Walthorn would indeed be the lucky dog. This, if there is another caution. Not sure if they're gonna, if that's the stage or not, because if it is, if everyone comes down lap 30, Strickland can stay out, get the wave around, get 1 lap back that way, and then get back on the lucky dog with a caution. Back to the front row that started us off tonight. Matt Baines, Vince Brent. Baines, good jump out in front of Vince. Matt Parasini, pretty good jump. Going to have an opportunity to look to the inside of that 92. Good runoff exit, and the 92 just going to go ahead and let him go. It looked like anyway. Could have had the run on him. Welcome in. Where's Waldo? Looked like a lot of guys did take tires there that last time. I have yet to know if that's the stage caution or not. We'll find out here at the end of lap 30. If the caution comes out not due to an incident, of course, then it wasn't the stage. But things staying almost the same for as it would have been if that was the stage. All single file for right now. Everyone kind of chilling. It's like maybe they're settling in, trying to save tires, so makes me believe that could have very well been the stage. And apparently it was. So on we go. Matt Baines did indeed take the stage victory over Vince Brent. Lauren Vincent looking to the inside of Zach Stevens, clears him nicely. Lauren up 1 on the 90s into 4th. All very close, but all single file as well. Biggest mover so far tonight, Matt Parasini here in the 96. He's up 5 spots on the night. He's currently sitting 2nd. Everyone now, for the most part, running that low line. Here's Ryan Hufford now looking to the outside of AJ Evangelista. Ryan Hufford just got the lucky dog, and he's back on the lead lap. Looking to pull off an upset tonight, or at the very least, he'd like to find himself in victory lane. Ryan come on strong this second half of the season. A lot of things going right for that 83, and he's having a magnificent season for Hufford Racing. Hufford Racing in general also having a good run. His teammate Nick Walthorn currently sits 10th, but 1 lap down. So if there was another caution, he'd be the lucky dog. Anthony Strickland out there running 11th, 2 laps down. Josh Hall is on the lead lap, so he's 9th right now. Not sure if he still has damage or just fighting a tough race car right now. Let's go on board with Matt Baines here as he crosses the stripe and watch a couple laps from our Rookie of the Year winner. You can hear he's letting off the throttle in the entry on both 1 and 3 and kind of feathering it to make sure he stays along the bottom, making sure he comes up early enough out of turn 4 to not hit that part that's really loose like I mentioned earlier ago. Good onboard there with the 72 of Matt Baines as Matt Parasini closes in, and we picked a good time to go back to the TV cam. 96 of Matt Parasini looking for the race lead. Vince Brent electing to go, well, temporarily was with the 72. They're still side by side on exit of turn 4. Vince Brent, I gotta believe, due to the circumstances, trying to follow Matt Parasini through. Not gonna have a chance to do so, though it doesn't look like yet. He is on the inside of Matt Baines, however. They just barely touch there going into turn 3. Now, Matt Baines did take tires earlier than the rest of these guys. Did not take tires on his last pit stop. That could start being an issue here for the 72. Now that Vince Brent is in front of him, every position Matt Baines falls, the closer that championship battle gets. Lauren Vincent looking now to the inside of the 72. Ryan Hufford electing to stay to the top line, though. So Matt Baines going to be able to settle in, at least for now, in third. Once again, as a reminder, folks, the points lead for Baines was only 12 points over Vince Brent. Now, Vince finished second in the stage. Matt won the stage. But I do believe you get a bonus point for starting on the pole. Vince Brent did that. So the way I see it, it's still 12 points, as those stage points and the pole points would even them out to where they were. Nevertheless, 12 or 13. So Vince looking to get the race lead and hoping that Matt Baines, with the slightly older tires, continues to fade. However, big gap here. We got Zach Stevens back here in 6th. You got to go back 2nd and a half nearly to Devin Buchino and AJ Evangelista. And Anthony Strickland, I believe, Nick Walthorn is in there hoping for a caution. Vince Brent now looking to the inside of the 96 for that race lead he was looking for a while now. Question is, does he have enough to hold it on the inside? Doesn't appear so. But how much does he want to try to use up his tires going to the high line, where he could potentially just hold off the 72 of Baynes, save more tire on the low line, and eventually be able to make a run at it? They're all stacked up, this lead group. Lauren Vincent in 6th place now, the tail end of this group. Matt Baynes a little bit loose there. He saved it. Lauren Vincent loose as well. No incident though. Zach Stevens going to look to the inside now, Matt Baynes. Baynes doing a pretty good job of holding on to 3rd place on that outside lane. But how long will that last? At what cost? Vince Brent been running a little bit higher last couple laps, I've noticed. Zach Stevens did just clear Matt Baynes for 3rd. There goes Vince underneath the 96 once again. Look out, Zach Stevens gonna make it 3 wide in entry on turn 3 and 4. If he can hold it, he may pull the 2 for 1. He does. Zach Stevens to the lead. New leader once again. Oh yeah, for sure, Tristan. Sorry, I missed that post. He took that pit stop and it got crazy. Yeah, I just read it. Yep, puts everyone ahead of Baynes on tires. You're right. Weird. That's what I said. I didn't even notice that comment. My apologies. Let's check in with Matt Baynes. Still holding on. He lost 4th. Oh, look how Lauren Vincent rubs him just a little bit. He saves it. Lauren gonna lose more momentum than he probably wanted to. That's gonna open the door for the 83 of Ryan Hufford. Ryan not gonna be able to have that momentum as Vincent was on the top side that time. They're battling up front. Vince Brent still looking for that race lead. He will have it this time as Zach Stevens smacks the wall aggressively. Zach hopefully not too much damage there as Zach Stevens, or Matt Pericini now looking to the inside of Zach Stevens. Looks like Zach is okay. He may eventually end up losing the position. He does here. Now he might cross him over though. Zach gonna look now to the inside of Matt Pericini instead. Still side by side for 2nd here. Good race for the 96 and the 47. '96 gonna be able to clear that time. Got a good runoff exit at turn 2 and was able to keep it out of the wall. Now Matt Baynes creeping back into the picture. Vince Brent able to expand his lead now to nearly a second as Matt Baines looks to the inside of Zach Stevens. Kind of came up the speedway a little bit. Looked like he might have had to back out of it a bit. Good battling here is Nick Walthorn trying to look around 68 of Devin Bucciano, but not for position. Walthorn still a lap down and still praying for a caution to get back on that lead lap. Their double file here is Zach Stevens now on the inside of Matt Parasini once again. Lauren Vincent was on the inside of Matt Baines temporarily. That all cooled off about as quick as it heated up. Vince Brent fine with this. He's like, you know what, guys, go ahead. Battle it out side by side. I'll continue to run my line and take it easy on these tires. Expand that lead now over a second and a half for Vince Brent. Stevens clears Parasini for second again. Matt Baines holding strong with those slightly older tires. Lauren Vincent a little bit loose. Now Ryan Hufford going to be to his outside, looking for the 5th spot. Not quite there that time. Oop, Ryan Hufford blinking just a little bit. Lauren Vincent awfully loose again. Second lap in a row. Of course, that was worse. He was much more loose that time. So he'll give a couple positions up. Matt Baines holds on to 4th with a little breathing room. Ryan Hufford takes over 5th. So Lauren he only gave up 1 position. He was battling with Matt Baines there. Ryan Hufford now up to the top 5, up 1 on the night. Basically switched positions with Lauren Vincent. AJ Evangelista now closing the gap on Lauren. See if Lauren can wrangle it back in. Get that 07 underneath him again, and on the way they go. Anthony Strickland still out here hoping for a couple cautions to potentially get him back in the running here. Getting some good practice time at Las Vegas in the ARCA car. Things continue to spread out, but Zach Stevens has closed the gap a bit on Vince Brent. He was really loose that time, so he's going to fall back to Matt Parasini as I say that. It was once a second and a half lead for Vince Brent. Now it's just about a second, so these guys have closed as we're over halfway here tonight for the championship race. These guys trying to get hooked up and utilize that draft just a bit to help them chase down Vince Brent in that 92. Ryan Hufford down pit road. Probably a scheduled stop now, hoping to go the rest of the way, I believe. At least he'll hope so, as now he's scored 1 lap down. And Nick Walthorn got by him while he was on pit road. So he'll hope the cycle completely goes through so he can get back on the lead lap. Zach Stevens, Matt Parasini still battling it out. Now they bump fenders into turn 4. Oh, Zach Stevens loose again. Matt Parasini going to take over second position now. 5 on the night. Biggest mover, however, Devin Buchino in the 68 Fry Disposal Ford Mustang. I haven't said his name much. He's kind of just been hanging out, but he's up 6 now, up to 6th. Matt Baines just came down pit road. He's already making his way off. So Baines looking for this pit cycle to go all the way through. Matt Parasini, Zach Stevens says that's enough. We're getting tires and fuel. Matt Baines, if you missed last week, folks, he pit 2 laps prior to the caution coming out. Here comes down Vince Brent now. Lauren Vincent down as well. That turns the race lead over to AJ Evangelista. Anyway, last week, Matt Baines with the pit stop. Then the caution came out and found himself trapped 2 laps down. So that's ultimately what allowed the points lead to shrink so drastically. AJ Evangelista, Devin Buchino on their way in, Vince Brent, Lauren Vincent, Josh Hall. So this will complete the pit cycle, as now the 83 of Ryan Hufford gets back on the lead lap. As does Matt Baines. So better luck for these guys this week. Walthorn, Strickland, both able to pit cleanly. So they'll stay 1 lap down and 2 laps down. And Ryan Hufford right on that back bumper for the lead with Vince Brent now. Matt Baines, after the cycle, comes out 5th. Oh, we got someone hard into the wall. Matt Parasini to bring out the caution on lap 68. Let's go see what happened. And just terrible net code with the 72 and the 96. That is really unfortunate, but good news is Matt Parasini will have a fast repair. Other good news, he's not in the championship battle. I mean, this is his first race all season, I believe. Let's see if Matt Baines potentially has some damage to work on. Just nasty net code there, and we're trying to watch Matt Baines. He's up against the wall, so he might bring it down. He does. I see him down pit road already. And tough break there for those 2 guys. Of course, Lauren Vincent, AJ Evangelista, Devin Buchino, Josh Hall, all down pit road. So Matt Baines could luck out here. He will luck out. It looks like he might restart this thing 4th. Nick Walthorn, lucky dog, baby. He's going to be back on the lead lap. That's the caution he was wanting. Matt Baines does come off pit road in 4th. Lauren Vincent 5th. Josh Hall 6th. Devin Butchino in 7th. So now, and I think Strickland is going to take the wave around here. That's a good move. I mean, you just pit 6 laps ago. You're not worried about tires when you're 2 laps down. You're worried about getting back on the lead lap first. Then you worry about tires. So actually, never mind. No wave around for Strickland because the 3 guys in front of him did not pit. So Strickland coming down pit road now. Oh, Matt Baines down pit road again. Oh, along, I guess, Lauren Vincent, Devin Butchino, and Nick Walthorn, same thing. So they must have damage as well. Interesting. Nice close-up of the 92 right there. He did come down a little bit, but you can clearly see the net code in between them. We'll take another look at it. We're going to slow it down here. Comes down. Guess the question is, would they ever have actually touched? I'm not quite sure. But it looked like maybe just trying to get a little side draft, and then the net code kind of sucked them together. I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to speculate too much, but in my opinion, that one looks like net code. I mean, Matt Baines, no reason to wreck anybody or get involved in a wreck. He was running good, championship points leader right now. Lights on the iRacing.com pace car are turned off, so he'll exit the speedway. And Vince Brandt, Ryan Hufford now, your front row. Josh Hall, Zach Stevens behind him. Vince Brandt, good jump. Looked like Hufford might have had an opportunity to go to the low side, and now he'll do so in front of Zach Stevens. Ryan Hufford up 4 on the night now into 2nd place as he gets a bump from the 47 of Zach Stevens. Josh Hall up 7 right now. He's having himself a good, quiet night thus far. Ryan Hufford looking to the outside of the 92 for the lead. Zach Stevens looked like he was thinking about making that 3 wide. Ryan Hufford on the outside of the 92. Does he lead a lap here? Hey, he does. Ryan Hufford scored as a lap leader here tonight in Las Vegas. Then Vince Brandt will take that momentum and try to clear on the inside. Josh Hall, though, really nice run. Going to give Ryan Hufford a good boost to go to the front. And now Ryan Hufford clears Vince Brandt to the inside. Now officially a new leader here. Josh Hall running in 2nd. Right now, Vince Brandt probably saying, you know what, we got about 25 to go here. We're going to settle it down a bit, save some tires maybe. Now Josh Hall on the outside of Vince. Josh Hall to 2nd place now. Matt Baines looking to potentially follow him through. Matt Baines and Josh Hall both kiss the wall. Oh, look out, trouble! Matt Baines is around. He'll have heavy damage. Almost the whole field. Ryan Hufford, Vince Brandt, Josh Hall cleared, as did AJ Evangelista. let's go see what happened here. Matt Parasini involved again. Oh, that's the last one. My apologies. Never mind. Oh, looks like he is involved anyway. Let's take a look here. They both hug or kiss the wall. Lauren Vincent trying to avoid. Now he comes way down into the 96. And 72 goes around after the 07 catches him. Zach Stevens involved. Looked like Nick Walthorn was able to maneuver safely. So Nick Walthorn, after being the lucky dog that last time by, now up to 6th position, it would appear. It's like Anthony Strickland involved. A lot of guys down pit road here. Vince, Brent, almost the whole field. Ryan Hufford electing to stay out. Josh Hall electing to stay out, as well as AJ Evangelista. Everyone else down pit road, Parasini and Lauren Vincent, they both have the old meatball flag. Yeah, Lauren, I understand he needed to give some room there, but he gave a lot of room, too much room. Ended up getting into Parasini. Oh, yeah. Everything we could have wanted for sure with a 12-car field. No doubt about that. So Matt Baines now down there to fix damage. Not sure if he has a fast repair or not. He's either way electing not to use it, spending extended time down pit road. Ryan Hufford, your leader right now. Look like Vince, Brent, Stevens, Walthorn, Buccino, Lauren Vincent took the fast repair, but the 4 in front of him that I just named, perhaps fuel only, or maybe a 2-tire stop. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Going green this time by. My math was a bit off earlier when I said 25 to go. 110 laps is the distance, so still outside 30 laps to go. Anthony Strickland did not luck out and get a lucky dog there, so still 2 laps down, but scored 10th now is the issue with Matt Parasini, the back-to-back issues that unfortunately the 96 was involved in. Ryan Hufford, Josh Hall, the front row to get us going once again. Good jump for the 83 of Ryan Hufford. Matt Baines restarting this thing 9th. Not sure if he was able to get all his damage fixed. It doesn't look like it. That is not good for the 72 of Matt Baines. But Vince Brent clears Josh Hall for 2nd. Ryan Hufford continues to lead until now. Vince Brent thought he was going to peek underneath. Not quite. Zach Stevens now right on the back bumper, and Nick Walthorn, who after spending the majority of the race waiting for a lucky dog opportunity, finally got it. And now he's got the 54 up into 4th position. He's up 4 spots on the night. Zach Stevens, though, looking to the inside here for 4th on the 54. Not quite going to be able to do it just yet. See if he has enough on exit of turn 2 here to clear. These guys up front all holding their own. Ryan Hufford last pit on lap 61. Josh Hall pit on lap 68. The rest of these guys 76 until you get back to AJ Evangelista, who pit on 68. He's back into 7th now. Lauren Vincent has since got around Zach Stevens for the 5th spot. Now he'll set his sights on Nick Walthorn. Vince Brent, wanted to look to the inside. 83 kind of closed him off there. Josh Hall now looking to the outside of the 92 of Vince Brent for 2nd. Says, I want to come out here and get myself a win. Ryan Hufford blinking a little bit. Josh Hall yet to clear on Vince Brent at 92. 92 fends off the fight for now from that 81. Vince Brent now going to the top side. Thinking maybe he can make that work. Get a good run and dive down below perhaps. Nope. Just going to pull right below, right on that back bumper of the 83. The 83 probably knows he's beat on tires at least by quite a bit. And now Vince Brent going to have that inside opportunity he's been looking for. He'll take over the race lead once again. Now Nick Walthorn looking in the inside of Josh Hall here. He's looking for 3rd as Zach Stevens looks back on Lauren Vincent for 5th rather. Nick Walthorn still looking to clear the 81 of Josh Hall. Good run for Josh Hall as he pushes Ryan Hufford to maintain that 2nd position for now. Ooh, Josh contacted the wall just a little bit there. Good racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for championship night. Josh Hall able to clear now. Ryan Hufford still holding on to 2nd. Nick Walthorn not able to clear. And in fact, Lauren Vincent cleared now for 4th. And he'll look to the inside of Josh Hall for 3rd. See if he can get it done. Ryan Hufford way up the speedway. That got dangerous. Lauren Vincent now Cleared for third, looking for second. And I thought it was done. I was ready to call it, not quite. The 83 still hanging in, but so is the 54 on the inside now. And the 07 of Lauren Vincent clears for second with 20 to go now. So Hufford goes back to third. Vince Brent, while all this is happening, able to do like he did in the first stage, able to expand that lead just a bit. It's under half a second, so it's not much. But he's getting out there just a bit. Oh, and we're under caution. It's like Anthony Strickland, Devin Bucciano involved. Let's see what happened here. Here's the 68 of Bucciano and the 21 of Strickland. And not quite sure. Looked like maybe Bucciano wanted to take a little bit higher entry into the corner. And they get mixed up. So we're under caution once again. Anthony Strickland, the only guy a lap down. He will not get a lap back since he was involved in the wreck. Who wins the title if it finishes here? Man, it'd be so close. I think it would go to Vince Brent. Based off Matt Baines being scored 8th right now. I think. All these guys coming down pit road now. Let's see Matt Baines, if he takes tires, if it's for damage. I don't know the exact points formula right off the top of my head. I know the first few positions drop by 2 every position, which is why I say with Baines being scored 8th, I feel like it would still go to Vince Brent. Lauren Vincent stays on the speedway. Josh Hall wins the battle off pit road. Vince Brent took 4 tires. Josh maybe only 2. Zach Stevens, Ryan Hufford, Walthorn, Evangelista, and Bucciano. Or I'm sorry, exclude Bucciano, but everyone else that I named 4 tires. Matt Baines still down pit road, so that was indeed to work on more damage. And folks, might be a fairly small field, but I promise you this, you could see it. Everybody came out to try to win a race tonight to close out this season. Anthony Strickland might be done for the night. Matt Parasini might be done. Matt Baines being scored in 9th, and he's just now coming off pit road. No clue on the damage that Baines still is fighting. But it's going to be Lauren Vincent and Josh Hall bringing us back to green with 16 laps to go. And Lauren Vincent looked really fast in that last run. Only thing is, he didn't pit. And I feel like if he had a set of tires there, he probably should have. But I don't know. I don't see that information. He may not have a set of tires and just kind of know that he's in a rough spot now. But he's got the Chase Corbett 07 Chevy Camaro in the lead at this time. Pace car pulls off. We're going to be 15 to go to the finish here. 07 on the loud pedal, and he gets a good jump out in front of Josh Hall and the rest of the field. We'll see what he elects to do with it, as he does decide to go down to the bottom in front of the 81. Try to take advantage of any sort of draft or push or anything he can get, as he's got a lot of guys with a lot fresher tires behind him. Vince Brent, more than anybody, looking to get to the race lead. He'll get a little bit of help from Lauren, as Lauren was extremely loose there off exit. Good awareness from Vince to drive right around him. And he goes to the lead now with Matt Baynes. Oh, look out, we have more trouble. Nick Walthorne, or Ryan Hufford, my apologies. Lauren Vincent involved. Looked like another case of just overreaction. Let's go look at what happened. I'm calling it, though. I think that's what it was. Oh, he was loose. Lauren Vincent was loose and fighting it. Just happened to go up and get into the 83 of Ryan Hufford. Nobody happier than Matt Baynes right now. Or, no, I won't say happier. Relieved. I know no one ever wishes someone to be involved in anything or another caution or what have you. But Matt Baynes going to be able to move up at least 2 there. Yeah, I saw that, Lauren. You fought it as hard as you could. Couldn't tell you were loose from the live shot when it happened, but it was clear as day there on the replay. But as I was saying, Matt Baynes was going to restart 7th, but now he's back down pit road. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Lauren, if you're in the chat still, if you wouldn't mind giving me a quick workup of points literally right after the race as far as Vince Brent and Matt Baynes go to determine who the champion is tonight, just based off where they finish, that'd be awesome. I'll take a commercial break and wait to get a message from you if that's doable. That would be nice if possible. That way we could settle it here. Otherwise the viewers would have no idea unless someone tells them, which, what's the fun in that? We want to find out right now tonight on championship night. That's the only thing about the chase point structure. I really like it. I'm not complaining. But when it's not just, you know, championship 4, whoever wins this race wins it, or whoever finishes higher in this race wins it, there's some figuring to go into it. Lauren, if you're still in chat, you think you could do that for me? Yes or no? Man, I tell you what, everyone, I don't know why, but it feels like it's about 100 degrees in the room I'm in right now calling this race. Some of it, I know it. I always get amped up. I get excited, you know, get a little warm. But, man, tonight, whew, on top of that, I am burning up. Anyway, Yeah, it's been amazing, Tristan. With a 12-car field, it feels like we have about 30 out here with how great the racing has been all night long. I love Las Vegas for broadcasting purposes and racing purposes. It's amazing. Vince Brent back on it with 10 to go now. And like he's been doing all night, good jump over Josh Hall and Zach Stevens behind him. Josh Hall having himself a heck of a race here tonight, up 9 spots. And it's not over yet, folks. Josh got tires on the 81. He's looking to the inside of the 92 here. He's looking for the race lead. Matt Baines ultimately restarted in 8th. You can see him in that orange 72 on the tail end of this group. Josh Hall still looking for the lead on the 92. Not quite gonna have enough there. 92 looked like maybe touched the wall just a bit there, but he does clear. He'll drop down in front of the 81. Nick Walthorn, Zach Stevens battling hard now. Devin Bucciano in the mix. Ryan Hufford still in the mix. Took the fast repair and was able to get back out on the lead lap. Vince Brent now a little bit more comfortable, if there is such a thing, with 8 to go here. Zach Stevens now looking to the inside of the 81. Bucciano looking to the outside of the 81. They split him. They're 3 wide. Nick Walthorn also clears. Walthorn up into 3rd now. Stevens takes over 2nd. Bucciano in 4th with Josh Hall still close behind. Just over a 1/4 of a second lead for Vince Brent. He wants these guys to keep on battling. Devin Bucciano right to the back bumper of that 54. Looked like he wanted to see what kind of run he would have on exit there. Oh, he smacks the wall now. That might allow the 81 of Josh Hall to get an opportunity on the outside, which we've seen have much better runs tonight. Thank you, Lauren. Just read your message. So stay tuned, folks. Post-race show, we're going to have your championship winner. Look out, Zach Stevens looking to the inside of the 92 of Vince Brent. He wants the race lead with 4 to go. So does Nick Walthorn. 92 gives up that lead and crosses him over now. Riding really close. They touch bumpers on entry into corner number 3. Vince Brent takes back the lead. Nick Walthorn going to have an opportunity to look for 2nd. Bucciano, however, going to look for 3rd, as it looked like they just touched barely. Zach Stevens now underneath the 92 of Vince Brent. Bucciano clears for 3rd for now. He's still got Josh Hall right there with him. Zach Stevens, Vince Brent side by side here at Las Vegas with 2 laps to go. If they make it to the white flag, we'll finish it regardless. Stevens was loose. He has to come out of the throttle. He gives the lead back to Vince Brent. Vince trying to break the draft a little bit. Bucciano takes over 3rd now. Stevens on the outside. They take the white flag. Goodyear to Goodyear as they go into corner number 1 on the last lap of the season. Oh, Stevens smacks the wall now. He's dead in the water. Vince Brent, Bucciano, Josh Hall, 3rd place. Vince Brent comes out of turn 4, and Viva Las Vegas for the 92. Vince Brent wins it at Vegas in a remarkable flag-to-flag race. And that, folks, may have decided the championship. Holy smokes, what a race. What a way to finish the season. Stevens, great opportunity. Gave it everything he had, smacks the wall out of turn 2. Devin Bucciano clears. He finished up 10 spots on the night. Josh Hall with a podium. Amazing to see that. Nick Walthorn in 4th. 3 out of your, or 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finished up a minimum of 4 spots. Holy moly. Let's give you the full results. Vince Brent with the win, Devin Bucciano in 2nd, Josh Hall 3rd, Nick Walthorn in 4th, Zach Stevens 5th, Ryan Hufford in 6th, AJ Evangelista 7th, Matt Baines in 8th, Lauren Vincent 9th, Anthony Strickland 10th, Matt Parasini 11th, and Cheeseburger Lawrence in 12th. Holy moly, folks. We're going to step aside for a commercial break, get the points tallied up, and we'll be back with you for the post-race show. Don't go anywhere. We got to figure out who the champion is. We'll be right back. right, folks. Well, we're back. We're going to go ahead and get this post-race show started here and see if we can get the championship details settled by the end of this thing. But first, we're going to get with our third place finisher, the 81 of Josh Hall. Josh, welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. Man, what a race tonight. Tell us what was working for you. You didn't get much practice, if any, just your qualifying laps, and you really put it together there near the end. Hello? Josh Hall. Josh. Okay. Josh Hall not with us. Apparently. Send him back there. What a race we saw tonight. Ryan, you think it's a tie? I'm not sure, man. Not sure. Let's see. Still waiting on results. Anyone got a vote out there besides Ryan? Who do you guys think won the title tonight? Let's get with second place finisher here. Actually, no, he's in there with him. So we're going to wait. Let's see if we can get with him. Devin, did I pull you at a bad time? Hello? Devin Butchino?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there he is. Did I pull you at a bad time?
No, I don't even think I know what your voice sounds like. I can't believe
man.
I finished a race in this ARCA car. Holy hell.
Welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. It's been a long time since I've seen you or got to talk with you.
Yeah.
You were typical Devin Butchino out there tonight, man, hanging back, just driving along, kind of a quiet night until it wasn't a quiet night. You ended up our biggest mover tonight, up 10 spots. What was working for you there at the end? Did you know you had it the whole time, or did you kind of just eventually figure it out and be able to put it in the front?
No, it took right up until the yellow, probably with right at 40 to go. The yellow that put us right at, where we could make it to the end. And there was a run before that where it was about 20 laps. The back end started coming out on people. I'm sure you could have seen it on the broadcast, but it was about the 20 lap mark. And I just realized I was just getting on the throttle way too soon. So we restarted with about 40 to go, and then was at the tail end of the pack behind Anthony, and I was just saving my stuff, and I felt like I did a really, really good job at doing that. Because we were at, I think it was lap 95 or so, right where those tires were going to start falling off. We were within like a second and 3/4 of the leader still. So, we were literally just turning it on to go and get after those front guys, and just made contact with Anthony, I guess. But it wouldn't be an ARCA race this season if I didn't get junked at some point. So I just don't know. These cars don't like me, but no, definitely did not have it figured out all race. One of the slickest tracks I've driven on in a long time. We figured it out right at the end. Would have loved to have those last 18 or so green to try and run up to the front, because, seeing the way those guys are battling up there, I think we would have been at an okay shot. And then, after that yellow after the restart with 10 to go, we put on a set and just wasn't quite enough to get up there.
Hey, second place finish. You haven't been out in this car anyway, in a very long time. And I know you had that dust up there with Anthony Strickland, but hey, bring it down, get that fast repair. You rallied very nicely. Devin, talk to us. I know we're going to put on your admin hat a little bit. Talk to us about your overall thoughts this season. Are very different here. I think this is my fourth or fifth season now. I've lost track with the ARCA series specifically. Mm-hmm. Things very uncharacteristic going on. Talk to us a little bit about the future here of the SCSRA, the ARCA series, and kind of where we get back to what we've had all season, or every season, but this season ultimately.
Yeah, so I can be pretty blunt with you on this one. It's not the group we have. Beginning of the season, we had a really, really big field. The new car update just came to these ARCA cars. You know what I mean? We just caught them at the tail end of last season, or 2 seasons ago, and hit a big update before the season. And with the car count, you've run in a ton of leagues, Josh. You get it. Everyone wants 30, 40 guys out there. But if those 30, 40 guys can't keep it clean, we're going to have what we had at the beginning of the season. I think it worked its way out slowly as the season went on. But to be blunt with you, I think it's just a product of this car. season's over now, so we can talk about it. We've mulled over just getting out of the ARCA card and going back to trucks or Xfinity because at the end of the day, we want the best product. I'm a dad now. We all have lives. You have a life outside of here. We don't want to be on here racing for 3 hours. If it's, our Coke 600, that's longer than normal, and it's a just crazy race for 3 hours. Yeah, give me that green flag racing, but we're not getting 3 hours of green flag racing, and 3 hours is a little exaggerated, but you get what I'm saying. It's just, yeah, I think it's a part of this car, and just maybe the ideology of give and take in the beginning of the season with some of the new folks we had. I think anybody would give you the same answer, but yeah, it's tough. We wanted to really like the ARCA car and build something off it, but with just how tight the racing is in these cars and some of the setups that iRacing provides, I don't think it's necessarily the best product. I mean, you've seen how our trucks ran before, and the trucks were nowhere like this. You could actually drive away from someone. You're not on top of someone for the entire run. And while pack racing's cool, let's keep it to, Echo Park, Daytona, and Talladega, not these. Today was a fun race. It was a fun race, but when you're on top of each other for almost the entirety of the run, you're bound to have a bunch of yellows. And unfortunately, we probably shattered the record for yellows in a season for one series. But yeah, long story short, I think it's just a product of this car. The ARCA car might have run its time here in the SCSRA, and yeah, I think the racing cleaned up a little bit as the season went on. But I think ultimately it's just the way this car drives, man. It's just super close quarters, and if there's not a ton of respect out there, you're going to have guys not lifting and just seeing a lot of yellows, which I think was the case this season.
Well, appreciate the insight, Devin. Always good to talk to you. I'm sure our viewers watching at home appreciate the insight as well. And better times, better seasons to come. But I'll tell you what, man, this last 4 or 5 races, despite the lower car count, incredible racing. It felt much like what I've been used to and what everyone else has been used to. So it's good to see. But before we let you go celebrate the podium, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Josh, everyone at Royalty for, continuously supporting us. We're nothing without the broadcaster. Broadcast isn't anything without leagues to broadcast. And I think we built something really, really cool between us. I feel like we were just asking you the other day if you wanted to do it for the first time when I was down in Florida. So just thank you for the relationship that you built with us. Appreciate you guys a ton, man. You put on a great product. Quality's great. Just get so drawn into what you're watching, and people watching that say the same thing as well. So just thank you a ton, man. Till I'm blue in the face, thank you for everything you do. I want to shout out my admins, my fellow admins. Just a lot of work this season, so thank you to them. Everyone that showed up this season, everyone that watched this season. It's cool being able to see people enjoying what we're doing on Tuesday nights. And then Dev Sports Cards, Level Up Subs, Josh's Handy Layers, Ucraft Fine Jewelry and Design, my beautiful girlfriend Kaylee, and my son Beck. Get a podium for him, so that's cool. But yeah, just thank you, man. 12 seasons, you're an integral part of that, and I hope you know that.
Appreciate that, man. And I don't plan on going anywhere. I consider this my home as well. And congrats on becoming a father, man. I didn't know all that. But yeah, good to talk to you as always. I'm sure we'll be talking more in a bit. And do you know if there's a tally on the points just yet, who our season champion is?
If you pull up Josh, I'll get with Lauren and I'll shoot you a message or some way to confirm that for you.
Sounds good.
And admin.
Appreciate it, buddy. Good job tonight. So. Good to talk to you. We'll see you later.
You as well. Thank you.
Once again, folks, your second place finisher, Devin Butchino. And apparently I was muted in Discord, #amateur hour, the final one of the season. But now let's get with our third place finisher, the 81 of Josh Hall. Can you hear me this time, buddy?
I can hear you loud and clear this time.
When I'm not muted, it goes a long way. All right, perfect.
It does, absolutely.
Josh, what a great race, man. You put on a show. Pretty quiet night overall for most of the race. Then all of a sudden that late pit strategy with, 6 or 7 cars, and that 81 was on rails. You made it to the front. You were battling for the lead. You finished up 8 spots on the night. You had limited practice, if any at all. Talk to us about what kind of transpired over the race and what put you in a good position there to grab a podium on this final race of the season.
Well, that was a tale of two races, to be completely honest. I missed practice because, as you know, I announced and league my race before this went real late. So I got in with about 5 minutes, set up the wheel and everything, and I got no practice in. So qualifying was really my first laps on the track, and started in the back and struggled. I got loose off of four a couple times. Actually, spun down on the pit road one time and went through the grass another. So it was a real adventure in the back of the field, and then started feeling it out. Started realizing I was just burning the right rear off too much. Made the adjustment, and yeah, car completely changed. As we got to that end there, I was able to flip the pit strategy and get myself up towards the front. And on that last stop, Devin's like, "I'm not coming in. I'm going to save my tires in case we have another caution." I'm like, "No, I'm going to come in and burn a pair." And as soon as we got on pit road, I said, "I'm going to take two, because what do I got to lose?" And yeah, the two tires actually tightened the car up. Usually it loosens the car up, but for some reason it tightened the car up, and I sailed off into turn one, figuring I could hold it, and the thing just washed up the track. I lost a bunch of positions, but I was able to drive back up there and get on the podium.
Yeah, you put on a heck of a show, man. And what a way to close out the season. I know a lot transpired throughout the season. I was just talking to Devin a little bit about that. But this has to feel good and not necessarily build momentum in the ARCA car next season, but build momentum into next season at the very least for you in that 81. Do you feel like you ever really truly got a grasp on this car, or are you kind of relieved to potentially be going to something else?
Well, my problem with this, it's not the car. I thought the car was fine. My problem is I kept getting caught up in everybody else's stuff, or I got run over so much, man, this season. I think the first three races, I didn't even finish the races. I think my first three races were all DNFs, and it was a battle to try to get myself back into the points and get myself into the chase here. So just to be in the chase and to finish with a podium here on a high point, that's a good feeling as well.
Absolutely, man. Before we get your shout outs and who you want to thank tonight, do we have some championship news?
We do. I was going to break that news. We do have a champion by 1 point. It is Vince Brandt.
Oh my goodness, by 1 point? Holy
154,
smokes.
1054 to 1053.
That is insane. Uh, Clue me in here. I seem to have forgot. Do you get a bonus point for taking the poll?
You do.
So that I look like a genius right now, Josh. I said before the race started, you'll hear it if you watch the broadcast. I said Vince Brent got the pole, and if that's a bonus point, that could make the difference. And it's crazy that that literally is the difference.
Yeah, because
Uh,
we also give bonus points for 0x for having a clean race. Both of them lost their 0x, so it came down to that poll.
wow. Unbelievable. That is crazy. One of the long term admins here, Josh Hall, breaking the championship news. And I forgot to tell Devin this, but Josh, I'm going to tell you, I really appreciate you, Lauren, Devin, Ryan, all the work that you guys put in every single week, night in, night out. There's a lot that goes into this, and even more so this season that you guys had to deal with on top of your everyday life and the struggles and busyness that that brings. So I really appreciate all you guys, and I even more so appreciate you making me a part of the team. I think it was 4 or 5 seasons ago. I can't even remember at this point, but I've truly enjoyed every single minute of it. I hope it's not over, but uh, yeah, thank you to all the things that you guys do.
I appreciate you guys coming on as well. I know it's been a few seasons you've been with us, and it's been great having you guys here. So appreciate the work that you do as well, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what the future holds.
Right on, man. Well, let's hear it now before you go celebrate your podium. Anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight?
Of course, obviously, Josh's Handy Layers on the car. That's my 3D printing business right there. Got to shout out Dev Sports Cards, Tommy's Tattoo Convention, Star Bright Colors, Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting. Uh, obviously, we this whole season it's on the deck lid of the car. We've been thinking about Devin's mom. I know she passed before the season started, and we've really been thinking about Devin and her throughout this whole season. So, want to thank my wife for letting me do this. She puts up with this every night. My daughter just graduated kindergarten. Proud of her for that. So, uh, everybody watching, we do appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody in the league who's raced. Again, I know we had some adversity throughout the season, but it was a real good core group of guys here at the end. It was a lot of fun battling with those guys in last night of the season. So, looking forward to seeing what the future brings, and depending on what we're running next year, and we'll go from there. Oh, also got to thank Butt Kicker. Forgot to throw out Butt Kicker out there as well.
Right on, man. Well, always a pleasure to talk to you, buddy, and congrats on the podium to close the season. Got to feel good. You can go celebrate it, and we'll see you back out here next season.
Absolutely. Take care.
You as well. Once again, folks, your third place finisher, the number 81 of Josh Hall. And that went quite a bit better when I was not muted. But now, the man of the hour, the man of the season, finally to talk with your race winner and your season champion, the number 92 of Vince Brent. Vince, congratulations, buddy. I don't know if you heard the news yet, but I just broke it to you. And first, let's talk about the race. You were looking good all night long. You claimed the podium, and you ended up finishing in first. You got your, I believe, fourth win of the season. Now, tell us what you're feeling right now.
Well, you just broke the news to me officially, so heck yeah, man! I am so pumped. I mean, I knew coming in tonight I had to do everything right and just manage what I could manage, and I felt like I did the best I could, and it paid off. First off, I just got to say, a hell of a run by Matt Baines. I hate that he got taken out in that last wreck. It looked like, but I just gotta give him props for giving me an awesome battle and keeping me honest. And he never gave up there at the end with the damage and stuff, and he still fought for it. So I think he deserves a shout out for running a heck of a chase, a season, and a race tonight. Just unfortunate circumstances got him, and at the end of the day, though, I'm just glad that I came out on top. But I'm glad we gave the fans and viewers at home a good battle till the end. And gosh, this is awesome, man. This is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say Matt Baines will have plenty more opportunities. He did ending up winning the Rookie of the Year. So Matt Baines not empty-handed by any means. All that close to the championship. And, I mean, what a great race. 12 cars ended up coming out. We had a couple guys turn out from the Wednesday series. Much appreciated for them to come out, race everyone clean, and put on a good show. But, I mean, you had it locked in. I've seen you race long enough now to know when you were just kind of comfortably saving a little tire and, setting things up. And but when you got that clean air and those guys behind you continued to battle, you were able to kind of stretch the lead. Do you think coming down to the end like it did you think that anyone would be as close as what it ultimately finished there those last couple laps?
Are you talking with the points or the race?
Well, the race. My apologies.
Okay, the race. Yeah, I knew. I was hoping it was going to run green. I think with about 35 to go, I pit and I topped off with fuel, and I was good to the end. And I don't think anybody else was, so I was just praying it stayed green. And then we had a few more cautions, and I was like, man, here we go. So I don't know what the tires behind me were. I feel like there was a few people that pit after me. So I was just in a weird predicament of, do I push and try to gap and just hope it stays green, or do I try to save in case of a green, white checkered or something? And I try to keep it a little bit of both. I tried to keep a gap and then just had to push when I had to. And man, Devin and Zachary Stevens was coming at the end, and man, I felt like coming to the checkered flag with all that was on the line. I wasn't going to lift, and I I lost the championship 2 seasons ago, and I didn't want to lose another one. And I just, when I seen him catching, I knew I just had to keep my foot down, and that's what I did.
Yeah, you sure did. You claim another victory, and now you get to celebrate not only a race win, but the championship for the season. Well deserved. I'm going to paint you a picture here, Vince. You qualified on pole tonight, and Matt Baines qualified second. As you know, you get bonus points in this series for 0x, and both of you at some point during the race had lost that. Based off you winning the race and Matt Baines finishing second, your championship win was by 1 point, which comes down to you capturing the pole tonight and not him. So that is even
game of
crazier.
inches, man.
That's right. And it's crazy. I mentioned it to Josh Hall, but I'll mention it to you as well. As I was setting the starting grid and the race got going, I had mentioned that you get a bonus point for the pole, and it could come down to that. That's how important that first starting position is, and it's insane to me that that's exactly what it came down to. But awesome, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm happy for you. Truly one of the greatest guys here in the SCSRA, and just knowing how you lost the championship the last time and now how you win it, really, really cool. But before we let you go celebrate with your family and all of that, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight for one final time before you go pop the champagne in victory lane?
Yeah, definitely want to shout out my wife, Katie. Love you, babe. I know that I take this serious, and you support me through and through. So thank you for that. And I know my 3-month-old baby girl, who was born the week before race 1 of this season. I know, man, she is she's amazing, and I love her to death. When coming off of Father's Day and getting a win and getting to tell her one day to go back and watch this and tell her that Dad won a championship. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I want to give them a shout out. I want to give out, obviously, teammates, AJ Evangelista. He always keeps me top of my game, even when I'm down on myself. So appreciate him. I know we push each other a lot, and even outside of teammates in the ARCA series, Ryan Hufford, Nicholas Walthorn. There's been a lot of guys that make this league what it is. So there's so many guys that deserve credit, and I just don't want them to go unappreciated. As far as my mentor, Jesse Whittington, and my other teammates in the Cup Series, Garrett Walden. Sorry, Garrett. And Matt Pericini, you guys are awesome. You keep me learning, and I can never be more thankful for that. So thank you guys. And I want to give a shout out to the admins for the SCSRA. You guys have dealt with a lot this year. And I know that we've kept you all pulling your hair out. I know some of y'all don't have hair, but I know that it's been a rough season, but I'm glad that we got to end the season. I feel like the last few races, even though the car count was a little low, we had some of the best races that you could ask for. So I hope we made the admins proud and give them something to look forward to the next season. I know they do an incredible job. So thank you to those guys. And I want to give my buddy Ryan out in North Carolina a shout out. He makes me look forward to the races every week just because I know he's watching and supporting. And it truly means a lot just to know I have support on the sidelines. And got to give a shout out to the people that boo me, like Brittany Cotton. Even though Tristan wasn't here because he got a boo boo on his knee, I once again beat her favorite driver. So got to throw that out there. And as always, Royalty Racing Network, Josh King, you're awesome, man. This league and the broadcast would not be what it is without you. So you're one of the big reasons why I know a lot of people are here. So thank you for all you do. And man, I hate that I'm already going to miss you guys on Tuesdays. I'm looking forward to having a few weeks off, and but man, I'm thrilled, and Man, this is awesome. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. Right on. Go celebrate it. Appreciate the shout out. You had a really big fan club tonight cheering you on, and they keep me going as well, just like you guys do. And like some of you are here for me, I'm here for you guys. So go enjoy it, man. Well deserved, well earned. Congratulations. And I'm sure I'll be probably talking to you sooner than later, but regardless, we'll see you back out here next season, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Once again, folks, your champion, the number 92, Vince Brent. What a race, man. What a way to close it out. Great season ultimately overall, despite the things that all happened. But we closed out another good season of the SCSRA. And I mentioned it already, but I'd like to thank the admins for everything they do, all the hard work. Lauren Vincent for the great graphics that he gives me to put up every single week and the effort he puts into that. All the drivers that come out every single week and put on a great show, keep fighting, keep going. Ultimately a huge success with the new change to the chase standings versus the one race championship race, all of those things. It's a great league here at the SCSRA, and it's going to continue to thrive. They're going to go back to the drawing board, change a couple things, improve a couple things that are no fault of their own, obviously, but I just am so thankful that I found this league. I want to tell a short story. They found me off a Facebook post when I just started broadcasting. I broadcasted one league before, and I did it for a friend that was in need. Their broadcaster backed out, and I said, you know what, I think it'd be really cool. And so I stepped into the booth, and I really enjoyed it, and got a lot of positive feedback very quickly. And my buddy Drafty Beef that used to call the races with me, he said, you know what, you should do this as like a part-time side hustle, and you're really good at it. I'll help you make the overlays. And so thank you to him for all the amazing overlays that you see on your screen every single night, the camera angles every single night. It's just me on the mic now, but it's not just me overall. It's a lot of people that have helped me get here and a lot of people that helped me stay here. So I'd like to thank everybody at the SCSRA and that have had a hand in Royalty Racing Network in some way, shape, or form. But for everyone here at the SCSRA and everyone at Royalty Racing Network, signing off for the final time this season, my name is Joshua King. I plan on being back next season, so if you're here, I'll be here. Have a good rest of the week. Hope you enjoy it. Good night.